now I've gone through that. That was tough. I have been through that, but yeah, the first one was a client.
Awesome.
I meet with a person. I for some reason when I call, I get the appointment. That's that.
Relentless.
I get the appointment. So when I get there, I just bond with them. I make them people, I put myself in their shoes and walk through their home and see what I would want someone to make me feel like. I get to know what kind of person I'm dealing with, and then I say, okay, I ask them what's important to them.
So excited today. We are picking up Denise Erickson, former personal trainer, now mega agent here at Engel and Volkers. So we got her favorite coffee here, Christmas special already, cinnamon, ginger, sugar, cinnamon. Denise
Hi.
Erickson, come on in. We got you your ginger and sugar
car.
cookie.
My favorite. Thank you. Yummy, yummy.
Yummy. Buckle up. Safety first.
Okay.
Are you ready for today?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Excited.
Excited. Denise, so check it out. We're going to go for a drive. Realtors and cars getting coffee, inspired by Jerry Seinfeld's. Comedians in cars getting coffee, only we're not getting out of the car.
No? Are we going to laugh?
I love it. Denise, let's keep it tight. So,
Okay.
former personal trainer, rock star personal trainer, turned realtor. What prompted was it a jump, or did you have one foot in both careers for a little bit? Talk to us.
And that's a great question. Yes, I did. I did at one point try and juggle both careers. And, as I got busier with real estate, thank God, I felt myself saying, okay, I'm taken away from the one or the other, and it wasn't fair. So it wasn't fair for my relationship with my clients that I was training, and with the homeowners and sellers and buyers that needed me at certain times, or other realtors. So I would be, the phone would be ringing and I couldn't get it while I was in the middle of training. So I just, took it and I was like, look, which one do I feel like, and my heart went to transition to, and I went to real estate.
And what prompted the jump? Like, why real estate? Why not banking? Why not lending? Like, why real estate?
Oh, I like being flexible. You're not, not flexible, but I like relationships. I like helping people. I like, showing them dreams and goals and what they can get, how I can help them. So it's my heart to help people and serve people and take care of them. So basically that. So yeah.
And Denise, is it fair to assume that when you were at a gym, right? I'm going to assume you were a personal trainer at a gym. And so then the clients were at the gym. How do you get clients now as a real estate agent?
Well, now I cold call. I call them. I just call them and talk to them, and they trust me because they know who I am. On a personal trainer or in group classes, they, after so many years of doing that, 10 years, there was a relationship there. So they trusted me, knowing that I would guide them for their best benefit and what they needed. So they took a chance on me, and it's worked out.
Got it. So you cold called your past clients,
I guess
training
that
clients.
I do cold call, but I guess that's almost like I guess it is a cold call, but more warm than cold. So yeah,
Awesome.
A little more friendly call.
And how did you? I gotta figure that these clients at some point would say, Denise, this is my largest asset. You were a personal trainer yesterday. Today you're a realtor. How do they trust you with that large? Even though they trust you, they would trust you maybe taking your kids to school or something. But
That's a good question, because it's true, and I got a lot of that because there's many realtors out there at that point in my life 10 years ago that had a lot more experience than I did. So I had to just walk them through it. I was with a team. I could show them some value with my team and where I was coming from, and just they took a chance on me, and I did. It just worked for me. So it wasn't easy. I got denied, and other people, some friends took somebody else, but you work through it. That's how it is. It's just,
nice.
It's not jumping in and saying, okay, I get all the, it's a transition.
And we're in Coconut Grove right now. How do you
Yeah.
like the Grove for
Oh
business?
God, my favorite place in the world is the Grove, and I mean it. I love it here. When I first moved to Miami, I lived in North Grove, and then I started in Mid Grove, and then I got into like North Coral Gables, made myself way down to Pinecrest, and then Palmetto Bay. So I've made my way all the way down there, but I'm coming back to the Grove here. Well, my kids are older, so I'm coming back.
Nice. Denise, tell me, do you prefer to work buyers, the buying side, or the selling side? Do you have a preference?
Sometimes I hate to say that I have the luxury to say that I don't work buyers, but that's not true. I do like buyers that are ready to buy, that are qualified, I do. But I personally, it's my personality, and I feel that I'm more of a listing agent. I like having the product. I like to just, it's just in me more to work with sellers than a buyer. But yeah, I'll take a buyer. Yeah.
Right. And so when it comes to sellers, I'm gonna like dive into that a little bit. When it comes to sellers, do you like to call expired listings for sale by owners, which I prefer to call private sellers, right? So private sellers for sale, expired listings, circle prospecting. How do you figure out who to call? If someone were new to the industry, who would they call?
Well, I have done very well in my business calling for sale by owners, private sellers. It's not a glamorous job. It's a lot of calling. It's a lot of convincing. It's a lot of guiding. It's a lot of, negative backlash, your commission. I mean, you have to go through the whole thing. But it's a low-hanging fruit. You can get it. They're raising their hand saying, I want to sell. So I'm going here saying,
I just don't want to pay a commission.
I just don't want to pay a commission. So you have to be able to have the skills, which I've learned over trial and error. It wasn't easy. It took a few times, and I've gotten better. And I'm still not, I'd say an expert, but I could be better. That you have to really, really walk the client through and show them what your value is. They think that you're just coming in there, putting a sign in the front and saying, hey, I'm gonna just, upcharge the house 3% or 6% basically, and it's not like that. You have to show them that it's not, you can save them 10 to 15% more by spending the 6%, and they don't know that without you really showing the value, and from the beginning, so.
Got it. And tell me about, do you like calling expired listings
I
at
do
all?
like calling expireds. Expireds are probably the lowest hanging fruit of them all, because they are already, you don't have to go through the whole commission process. They're a little angry, but they're ready, and they're gonna, and usually expired that goes expired on day one, by the third day they're listed. They're ready to sell. They didn't get in it to stop. They're ready to sell. So it's just, I don't know, I bond more with the for sale by owners for some reason.
Nice. And tell me, Denise, what similarities or did you find between a personal training client and a real estate client? Were there any similarities or any differences that you'd point out?
Yeah, I mean, they're a person, and they're all vulnerable. They don't know what they don't know, and someone even coming into trusting me, giving me $100 an hour, 3 days a week, 5 days a week, it's a lot of money too, just for me to count to 20 for them, and they have to trust that I'm going to get them in the shape they're going to be, and it's on me, because I can't be their client and they walk around still not in shape or unhealthy. So again, the same thing, if I'm not producing the same skills and what the seller needs, it's on me. I can get fired, and that reputation is not very likely.
And Denise, tell me a little bit about what skills you brought over from a personal. First of all, are there skills, right? If there's a personal trainer listening here, are there skills you brought over from personal training that you said, I got a leg up on other people because I have this skill?
Communication, first of all. I kind of feel like I'm a likable person. I have empathy for people. They're a for sale by owner is already trying to save money, so I know that. I got their heart in my hands. That they're trying to get the best money they can. They're not just like selling their house on their own because they have time to do it. So and the person, someone in the gym looking for a personal trainer needs help. They can't do it on their own. So yeah.
Got it. Denise, let's talk about your first real estate deal for a minute, right? So, what do you remember of it? How'd you find the client?
My first real estate deal was someone I used to personal train. She was a friend of mine from 10 years before I started. She trusted me, hired me. She found out I was a personal trainer. I trained her for about a year, and she's unfortunately going through a divorce, and she said, "Hey, let me use you to sell my house." So yeah, it was a client from the gym.
And you sold her house.
Sold her house.
Did the husband and wife have to agree on who the realtor was going to be?
No, it wasn't hard like that. It was their divorce was amicable, and so I didn't have that problem. I have now. I've gone through that. That was tough. I have been through that, but yeah, the first one was a client.
Okay, you had both feet, 1 foot in real estate, 1 foot in personal training.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're in real estate. I know sometimes people, they're 80% in real estate, but still 20% in their last job. When did you cut the cord? When did you say, this is my new career moving forward? You've been doing it now, 10 years?
I was doing it 10 years, and I had a great relationship with the owner of the gym, and I'm friends with her now, and she is a real estate agent, go figure, and her name is Pilar. She's a great lady. But I just went to her and said, look, I can't do this anymore. It's not fair to have my real estate clients waiting at 9:30 in the morning while I'm on the spinning bike, and at 10 I can't get to their call till 10:30, or be on the spinning bike in the middle of the class, the phone keeps ringing, and the music's going. It's a vibe. It wasn't fair.
Got you. What's one piece of advice that you wish you would have gotten when you transitioned into real estate?
I wish I would have gone to the right firm. I had a really good experience at Keller Williams with the training they offer.
And was that your first firm, or
that was my third firm.
So you wish you would have maybe started.
I wish I'd started at Keller Williams. It's known for the training, and I learned a lot. After I had been in real estate 5 years already, and then I don't know. Gosh, I guess it was after the pandemic. I went into Keller Williams with 5 years under my belt and stayed there. Now you do have to get out of there after 2 years because you get a little bit, comfortable training. So yeah, but that's what I wish I had gone there first and then just knocked that out and gone on. But
Denise, is there one deal that stands out more than the others?
Oh gosh, I love them all. I can't say one, but there's 3 off the top of my head that I know that the sellers were skeptical. They all are, because they're for sale by owners, and I made them more money. Like $35,000 more.
Nice.
On one and 20 on the other, and the other one we did very well as well. Can't remember the amount.
Nice. And Denise, is there a deal now that you have in your portfolio that you'd love to highlight that you'd want people to know is out there?
Well, there's I have 4 or 5 of them. I'm working with a friend. She's an old friend. I did end up selling her property and negotiated through another realtor to get the price that we were, stuck with. That was our bottom line. What have I got now? I'm working with a buyer. I'm working with a buyer right now that we've been in a few multiple offer situations, and it's tough on them. It's tough, but experience has taught me the questions to ask and how to get them our offer accepted, and I think we're at it. I think we're gonna sign tonight. Mm-hmm.
Amen. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate is a highly competitive career. What do you do to stand out?
I call and I follow up.
Follow up. Let's double click on the follow up.
Okay.
How is it that you follow up?
I follow up with value. So anytime I meet with a person, I for some reason when I call, I get the appointment.
Relentless.
I get the appointment. So when I get there, I just bond with them. I make them people, I put myself in their shoes and walk through their home and see what I would want someone to make me feel like. I get to know what kind of person I'm dealing with, and then I say, okay, I ask them what's important to them. So it's all about them. I'm serving that person. It's not about what I'm, the commission. That's gonna come.
Denise, would it be okay if I shadow you one day when you make these calls?
Shout at me?
No, not shout at
Oh,
you. I'll
shadow.
never shout at you. But shadow you.
Oh, yes.
Stand
Yeah.
over your shoulder here. I want to listen how the pros do it. You got me when you said you get the appointment.
I get the
So
appointment.
I want to see what it is you
Yeah,
do.
I'm very confident with that.
Are there any
Anytime.
myths? Are there any myths? Thank you. Are there any myths about real estate that you want to debunk now that you
Is
have
there
a chance?
any myths
That people, any misconceptions
Oh,
about real estate?
that and like I started off the meeting, it's you're your own boss and your flexibility. I work, and because I choose to, but 7 days a week, any time of the day, I'll work. And I think that helps, that's part of my value, that you can call me anytime. I don't have a 8 to 5 job, you have to work. It's not as glamorous as you think it is.
All right, Denise. So look, I want to thank you for having coffee with me today.
Let's do it again. I love it.
Let's do it
Cheers.
again without all the cameras. Well, what if I accept your invitation today to come inside and shadow you on some cold calling?
Let's go. I do it every day from 4 to 7.
4 to 7. Ooh, what do you like about that time?
It's just been successful for me. I've called, and that's not always true. The best time to call is anytime.
Right now.
And I have called in the morning. I've called at 1 in the afternoon. I just have never been unsuccessful calling somebody. Someone's answered. Look, it's in 3 hours from 4 to 7. Someone's going to answer, and so I just choose. I have a schedule, and I'm organized. So that is my time to prospect.
Awesome. Well, cheers, Denise.
Cheers.
Good luck. Well, it is almost 20
That's
minutes.
right. I
Tell
gotta
you what,
get
I'm
in.
going to park right over there,
Okay.
and let's do some cold calling.
Okay. Let's do it.
I love so
All right.
excited. All right, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Say bye.
Bye.